Every time a new Pokemon set releases, ETBs are gone in minutes, anniversary boxes double in value. It's not kids buying these, it's collectors, it's investors, it's side hustlers. Now we're heading into 2026, Pokemon's 30th anniversary, with rumours of anniversary sets, classic holo reprints, and other grail cards. I'm going to teach you how to take advantage of the Pokemon TCG market, and most importantly, how to get your hands on Pokemon products for a fair price, and more than that, beat the scalpers. To understand how to buy in 2026, you need to first know exactly what you are walking into. Throughout this year, we have seen the rise of Pokemon, the insane increase in demand leading to nowhere in the world being able to buy stock. 2026 is a year that the 30th anniversary happens, there'll be other sets releasing. This might be where the current market peaks. If you've already been trying to buy Pokemon, you know how hard it has been to get at the moment. So in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you can buy Pokemon products, what are the best methods, and how you cannot miss out on this set. In 2026, there's going to be two ways to buy Pokemon. The first way is in store. This means actually going out into the real world and buying Pokemon. There are tons of TCG stores. These are shops that are specific for trading card games. These are small, independent stores. We've already got the collectors in there, the people who are friendly with that store, and they are going to have the first dibs on Pokemon. The thing to note with these stores is they don't often have that much stock. Some stores might do malicious things like backdoor this product, give them pre-orders, give them first dibs. Whether you are a collector or a reseller are going to have to combat that. And the best way to get around this whole situation is just ring them, pretend to be a collector if you are a reseller, and get your hands on them and see what can be done. And the second types of stores that sell Pokemon are the big retail stores. So think about it, places like Argos, Smiths. These are going to work completely different. These are corporations. They just put the product out and sell it. When it comes down to these stores, some of these release a little bit differently. Argos, you have to go in on the day of release and you have to reserve it on the terminals in store. Smiths run a pre-order situation where you have to queue up, sometimes from the middle of the night to the morning, to actually go in there and pre-order your products for the release day. Smiths also release some products on release day, the ones that they have left over from the pre-order, but this is an extremely small amount, and you will often find that there will be 50 people queuing up at Smith's toy store, and they will only have 10 products that are unreserved, so you've got to keep that in mind. You've got other stores like Game and Sports Direct, Mankind and WH Smiths and Waterstones and Ryman's, and it's not just retail stores where you can buy Pokemon from. The next place is online. Who gets the most stock out of any Pokemon retailer? It's flipping Pokemon Center. So firstly, for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Center has a queuing system, a one in, one out queue. People are getting alerts and notifications as soon as the queue goes live. They click on it, they might get position 100 in the queue, but someone clicks it 2 minutes later, they might get 50,000 in the queue. Once you're through the website, you're in the money, you're one step closer. It's not all sunshine and rainbows from there. Pokemon Center has an anti-bot system called Encapsula or Imperva. It basically fingerprints your device and detects whether you're a bot. If by some means you get detected as a bot, which happens all the time, then you need to trick the anti-bot. The way you do this is you can try on a different device. I had a lovely story from the other day from a guy. Every time he tried to purchase on the Pokemon website, was getting error 15. So then he gets out his Xbox. He goes on his browser on his Xbox, gets in the Pokemon Center queue, and it works no problem. Error 15 gone just by changing device. It allowed him to get through the queue. If trying a different device doesn't work, you probably need to change your IP address. Personal hotspot your phone to your computer. That will give you a new IP address you can now purchase on the Pokemon website. Moving on from Pokemon Center, we have now got other online retailers. We have Brazers, it's Game, it's House of Fraser, and it's Sports Direct. Moving on from there are other retailers in the UK. Argos, once in a blue moon, they will release this stock online. Another group of websites, Home Essentials, Giacomo and JD Williams. There's another website as well that gets tons of stock, very.co.uk. The good thing about Very is if you add to cart on an ETB, then you have cart hold. That means that once it's in your basket, nobody else can check it out. And one of the best final places to buy online is Amazon and Chaos Cards. Both of these systems are raffle systems, and every single month Amazon distributes invites to people and allows them to buy the products. They reserve the stock for you. Chaos Cards works the same way as well, and these two are really good websites if you are going manual. At the end of the day, 2026 is going to be no better than 2025. What I recommend for people without alert or restock notifications or a bot to buy products for you is focus on the in-store side of things. You can't be done over in that sense. There is a physical limit. One reseller can't go down to Waterstones and buy the whole stock. It just doesn't work like that. And if you fancy taking it up a level, then you need to get restock and alert notifications through an app like CCN to find out when Pokemon is back in stock, and you will also get alerts for in-store stuff as well. If you really don't want to buy from the resellers, if you really want to get your hands on it, and if you really want to get your hands on a lot of stock, my biggest recommendation would be going to get a bot. So I'm here with, I'm going to be interviewing him, asking him how he gets Pokemon. He's a professional Pokemon reseller, how he gets hundreds of boxes every single month of Pokemon, how he does it, how you guys can do it as well, and any top tips, any advice, and a big look at the current Pokemon market. Where are you going to buy Pokemon in store?
It can change, so you've got like the big retailers, you've got Smiths, Argos, but the more low-key one recently is One Stop. They've been amazing, like One Stops, Morrison's Dailies. The little ones have had so much more stock than sort of the bigger ones, and you're competing against less people.
Do you think like now to get Pokemon at retail, you have to like approach the methodology as a bit of like a reseller rather than like someone who's just gonna go pop into the local shop and check?
Mate, 1,000,000%. I think even if you're not a reseller, you can still join like a reselling group, and you've got all the benefits there. You've got, as I said, restock monitors in-store, online, everything, but your normal guy on the street is not going to be able to walk into an Asda or Waterstones or anything like that and just go in and pick up what they want to. It's literally impossible.
Because it just goes out of stock straight away?
Because all those resellers are taking the stock, yeah. We know as soon as they come into stock.
When it comes to places like getting ETBs or Charizard GBCs or Prismatic Figure Collection, where are you going in that case?
Once you're looking at the big stores and mainly online, obviously you've got Pokemon Center online, you've got Smiths, but sometimes Smiths will do pre-orders like a month or so before release, so you can go there, but you're queuing up for about 2 hours. Argos, they're really weird recently. So what they normally do is on the day of release, they'll put like a page live, and sometimes you can reserve it on the app and then just go into store and collect it, but sometimes what they've been doing recently is you can't actually reserve it on the app. You've literally just got to go into your store or ring them, try and reserve them on the phone and get them that way.
Yeah. And obviously like one of the biggest stores in the last like month or so, let's say, selling Pokemon is Costco. How does that work?
Costco has been insane. So basically they've been having like complete unique bundles to Costco themselves. So recently we had Surge and Sparks and a booster bundle. They were paired together in like one little box. Yeah, Prismatic ETB and a booster bundle, they were paired together, and then like an 8-pack mini tin of Prismatic. They are just a Costco exclusive. How they've been working is obviously you need a Costco membership to get in. We know the days they're going to be releasing, so it could be like a Monday, Tuesday. Each store can sort of be different. Up north gets it a bit earlier than down south, but all you got to do is just go there an hour early, queue up, and then walk inside, and sometimes it's 2 per person, but there's a few little tricks you can do. You can sort of get your 2, go back in, get another 2, and if the people are hot on you and they're watching you, do what we did, which is just go and hide them, stash them somewhere, let it cool down a bit, come back like an hour later, go back and get them.
Obviously like the rise of bots and stuff, like what's your game plan for online really? Like where's that you go to for online type drops for Pokemon?
Online Pokemon, without botting, it is getting harder. Obviously, if you are botting, then you can just hit all the main sites, Smiths, John Lewis, everything. But I'd still say Argos can be sometimes good manually. Sports Direct and Game, they're all the Frasers group, so there's like 4 websites there, and obviously you've got Home Essentials, Giacomo. They've all been getting ETBs more recently, so they've been pretty easy compared to like the big retailers of John Lewis and Smiths.
What about as well like One Stops and Morrison's Dailies? How have that been going for you, like on drops and stuff?
On release day, insane. That's the only place I really go on release day. So they open at like 6 a.m. So at 5:45, I'm leaving the house, I'm going to my local, and while I'm there and waiting outside for like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to be ringing the next doors, because usually they answer a bit more like early before they open.
Personally, what have been some of your biggest like wins recently, like buying Pokemon at retail?
Very has been my biggest. Did bought it, to be fair, but got over 20 of the new Charizard UPCs. They all got delivered, literally spent 10 minutes ordering, just kept going back and back and back, and then they got delivered like 3 days later.
Mad,
so I've got them right now.
If you had to give someone advice today on getting Pokemon at retail and going out and buying it on retail, like what would be like your ultimate advice to like first thing to do?
First thing to do, join a reselling group. I use CCN, that just helps me, gives me all restocks online, any information in store, but literally everything I need to know is just through the app. And even if you're not a reseller and you just want to get some Pokemon for yourself or for your kids, that is the easiest way I'd say it is right now. It's all verified information.
I've got it, and how can you like get involved with that?
Join CCN, join Cryptis Notify.
So that's how to buy Pokemon TCG in 2026. You're gonna need an alert service like CCN to find out when the online restocks are happening for Pokemon, also when the in-store restocks are happening as well, what stores actually even stock Pokemon, and you can get the inside info when they are available. Second from that, you've just got to keep in the loop. You've got to go out there, you've got to speak to people, make friends with people, find out what's happening in your local stores. And finally, if you're struggling online, if you're struggling on Pokemon Center, firstly, try the different device jig on Pokemon Center. If that doesn't work and you still want more than that, then obviously invest in a bot and get tons of ETBs every single drop.